Well, this morning, Russia's 36-hour ceasefire, it is over, although it never really began. Ukraine dismissed the truce as a cynical ploy, and the shelling intensified as many civilians were forced to observe our Orthodox Christmas in cold basements, separated from family. Let's go now to CNN's Ben Wiedemann, live for us in Kramatorsk, Ukraine, with more this morning. Ben, good morning to you. What is the latest?
Well, Don, over the weekend, as you said, Ukrainians celebrated Orthodox Christmas. Now, we were in the embattled city of Bakhmut, and what we saw is that the few residents still left in that city tried but did not have a very Merry Christmas.
There was no peace, no silence in Bakhmut on the eve of Orthodox Christmas. The unilateral Russian ceasefire never materialized. The guns didn't go silent. At one of the city's shelters, residents gather around a table laid with food and tokens of the holiday. Tatiana, a volunteer, tries to raise spirits. We wish you good health, peace, prosperity, and all the best, she tells them. She knows it's important to put on a brave face. Even though it's raining and snowing outside, I'm smiling, says Tatiana. I wish people a Merry Christmas. I try to show them it comes from my soul. She did manage to bring a smile to the only child in the shelter, 9-year-old Volodymyr. And his wish on this day? I want this war to end and all my friends to return, he says. For the adults, the gift under this tree is electricity to charge mobile phones and a wireless router connected to a satellite link-up, allowing for a tenuous connection to loved ones. To reassure them, however they can, that they're still alive, if not well. And here there's warmth in a city where public utilities were knocked out months ago. Yet it's hard to feel the holiday spirit, says Andriy.
It's so sad day.
As the day progresses, snow begins to fall and the shelling continues. Christmas Eve dinner is a subdued affair in this basement, home, for now, to a few of the doctors still left in Bakhmut. God bless us with strength, patience, and endurance is Dr. Elena Molchanova's toast. But here, strength has its limits. I feel pain, she says, because I can't be with my family. I can't sit at the same table with my mother and daughter. Christmas morning, and no let-up in the shelling.
For months, Russian forces have tried to take this city, but so far have failed. But in the process, according to one local official, more than 60% of Bakhmut has been destroyed.
At the Church of All Saints, priests hold Mass in the relative safety of the crypt. Candles provide the only light and warmth in this, the darkest of times.
And we're in front of a high school where it was hit just minutes into Monday morning at the supposed end of the Russian ceasefire. The Russians claim 600 Ukrainian soldiers were killed in this strike, but we've seen no evidence that there's any veracity to that Russian claim. Don?
All right, Ben Wiedemann in Kramatorsk, Ukraine. Thank you very much.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is praising the resistance of two eastern cities despite their near-total destruction. In his nightly address Sunday, Mr. Zelensky said that Bakhmut and Solidar were holding out against Russian attacks, despite being among, quote, the bloodiest places on the front line. Also on Sunday, Ukraine and Russia exchanged 100 prisoners of war, 50 from each side. This is the 36th such swap. Meantime, Ukraine is dismissing Moscow's claims that a Russian strike killed hundreds of Ukrainian soldiers in Kramatorsk. A CNN team saw no indication of massive casualties in the area. And now CNN correspondent Nina Dos Santos joins me with more. Nina, this seems like it could be obvious rhetorical, if not actual, retaliation for the Ukrainian strike on Makivka, which claimed many Russian soldiers' lives. But there are reasons to be suspicious about the Russian account.
Yes, not least because the number is very large. So they originally claimed that 600 Ukrainian soldiers had been killed after two buildings that they said that they were using as barracks had been hit. But actually, if you go to the site, which a number of independent journalists have done so, not least Reuters news agency, La Repubblica, an Italian, very well-respected daily newspaper, has been to see, and indeed CNN also is in Kramatorsk, it doesn't appear as though there's any evidence of a few things. One, large numbers of Ukrainian soldiers actually having used these buildings as barracks. Two, there appears to be no civilian casualties or military casualties on the Ukrainian side from this hit. And the craters of where these missile rockets have landed aren't actually hitting buildings, they're outside of buildings. So they appear to have missed these targets. And indeed, it's very unclear as to whether or not these targets had large numbers of Ukrainian soldiers inhabiting them at the time. Now, so the question is, obviously, why would Russia do this? Well, it could well be a propaganda play, largely because the incident that you're referring to, Bianca, in Makivka, which happened on New Year's Day, Russia has now admitted that 89 of its conscripts, not soldiers, full professional soldiers, conscripts here, which in itself is a very sensitive issue for Russians in general, because originally this was supposed to be a special military operation that would not have needed conscripts. 89 of them, at least we now know, Russia admits, have lost their lives. Originally, Russia's military blamed them for having exposed their position by supposedly using their cell or mobile phones. Ukraine has dismissed that as fanciful. But we have to point out that there has been disinformation, perhaps, or confusion on either side. Originally, Ukraine said that that attack in Makivka had killed 400 Russian soldiers. Russia only admits to 89 there. So we're talking about large numbers on either side. And again, a very confused picture with some of these claims now having been debunked by independent media that has managed to make its way to these dangerous sites.
Nina Dos Santos, thank you so much.